Hello and welcome back to Chasing the Target. It's been a cricket-filled day, and we still have a lot of cricket to bring to you. So, lots to talk about. There's the Big Bash, the Pakistan versus New Zealand, and Australia versus South Africa. We'll get you the toss update for the India versus Sri Lanka second T20. I have with me Mr. Faiz Tahir. How are you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. Finally some action in the end in the session. I think from the second session it was a much better test match for Pakistan and New Zealand. Coming to Australia and South Africa, man, it was just a whole day of batting again. But yeah, it was not as boring. Probably I would say it was a lot of good shots in with Smith and Usman Khawaja. मजा आया उन लोगों की बैटिंग देखने में काफी अच्छा था. Again, I would blame the bowling department of South Africa. Again, there was nothing changing about their approach. Same old Rabada, same old Keshav Maharaj. And yeah, the BBL, man, that was something insane about like next level, man, next level stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Khwaja getting three back-to-back hundreds at the SCG. He loves that ground, and he's gearing himself up for that India tour. So let's go into the eye test and discuss, the individual performances. So yeah, let's start talking about Khawaja and Smith, another outstanding partnership. They completely dominated South Africa. They're very close to that whitewash now. They've been batting. They're batting South Africa out of the game. They have only 4 bowlers, but I still feel that Australia will win this game. Or maximum South Africa can get now is a draw because there's not too much time left. There's 3 days left, and I think Australia will bat once and make South Africa bat twice, even though they have 4 bowlers. The likes of Labuschagne and Smith will come into bowl. But Steve Smith, again, excellent wrist work. He used his feet really well. Very good hand-eye coordination. And same with Khawaja. I mean, nice to see him use his feet to the spinners. He looks so confident now against the spinners and against fast bowling, whether it's the short ball or full ball. He can play the cut pull. He can play the drives. It was an excellent innings. And I think he'll get to his double 100 and then they'll declare.
Yeah, I guess so. That looks like the plan. Like you mentioned, I think they're gonna just bat once and let South Africa bat twice. But again, I think, I mean, all respect to the batting, I think the bowling of South Africa, bhai, kuch bhi nahi hai yaar usme. So like, there's nothing to look at. No standout ball again. Northia was the only one who was respectable. Again, we saw Kagiso Rabada bowling short, bowling on the leg side. कुछ भी नहीं था यार, इतना बेकार bowling था. Exactly like Chirag bhai just joined us. Thank you for joining us, Chirag bhai. He's saying it's so flat. Like, bhai, I'm enjoying the shots. I'm enjoying Khwaja's drives and I'm enjoying his pulls. And Smith, he came out and there were a lot of good shots that he played. But bhai, bowling इतनी बेकार नहीं कर सकते यार, इतनी quality set रख के.
Are they reserving themselves for the SAT20?
Why would you reserve yourself for SAT20 when you have an international duty? That won't make sense. I know you're trying to look at it that way, but again, Keshav Maharaj को इतना backing दे, महाराज से दलवारे में कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा. Keshav Maharaj को इतना फोड़े, and yeah, he did get the wicket, but it was just Smith playing a very bad shot.
Yeah, and Labuschagne mentioned yesterday that there is some turn on this pitch from the first day itself, so it's going to be conducive to spin. Like in the way Maharaj bowled, it just looked like it's a flat wicket. But you're right, the bowling was poor. They didn't create chances. They didn't bowl in the right areas. Too many, give me deliveries short. Down the leg side, and Australia pounced on them. And Steve Smith, man, this guy is the best test batsman in the modern era for me, hands down. Like in the last 8 to 10 years, there's no one better than Steve Smith. Virat Kohli is extremely close in Test cricket, but if we just look at Test cricket itself, if you isolate it, Smith is just incredible, man. He's been scoring everywhere, whether it's in India, whether it's in England, whether it's in Australia, and he scores runs under pressure. He scores runs when the team is dominating. He's just so good. मुस्तफा भाई, फुल टॉस पे स्पिन नहीं मिलती, ये भी बात सही है। काफी फुल टॉसेस थे, ख्वाजा भी
Exactly, quite a lot of full toss.
मेरे को याद है, तो ये भी बात सही है कि लाइक he just did not bowl well at all, and there was turn on the wicket, he did not exploit it. It was extremely poor bowling, and I don't know क्या हो गया महाराज को। Actually I rate him. I feel that he's a very good bowler. India के against तो अच्छा करा, but recently in all formats he's been really good. He bowled well, he captained well in that limited over series in England as well in the summer. So just a sudden dip in form for all the South African bowlers except for Nokia. Like you said, no one was lethal, and yeah, Australia now dominating. Steve Smith and Usman Khawaja, they just completely took control of the Test match, and Khawaja will get to that double hundred, I'm sure, and he deserves it.
Yeah.
He's been great in the last few years for Australia. The way he's turned around his career, it's been outstanding. If you haven't seen that Amazon the Test documentary, you should watch that and see how Khawaja started at that time. That's when he started picking up his form, the changes that he made, what he was thinking, and now it's so good. Elgar using spinner from wrong ends. Yeah, he's using spinners from wrong ends, but even if it is the wrong end, आप थोड़ा line length तो पकड़ो, right? Like fast bowler भी कोई भी line length नहीं पकड़ रहे हैं. Like a test match में you have to be accurate. There's it's so wayward the bowling कि उन लोग आगे बढ़ के मार दे रहे, crease में ठहर के मार दे रहे, because they're getting free hits basically.
या डाउन द लेग साइड आप डाल रहे हो, वो पेस के साथ खाली 6 तो बाउंड्री है, एंड रिवर्स स्वीप भी जा पा रहे. ट्रैविस हेड भी आके इतनी इंप्रेसिव इनिंग्स खेला यार. ही प्लेड अ वेरी क्विक इनिंग्स, ट्रैविस हेड ऑफ 70, एंड ही वाज स्मैशिंग देम लेफ्ट राइट एंड सेंटर. इट लुक लाइक देयर वाज नथिंग ferocious about this attack. देखो भाई, SCG turn होता. I think Harmer actually was turning the ball quite well yesterday also, but उसको ज्यादा फिर back नहीं करे. तो I don't know what Dean Elgar is thinking. Again, lot of flaws in the field setting as well. I mean, इतना कुछ ज्यादा आराम से बाउंड्री के गैप ढूंढ रहे थे. There was no closing of those gaps when कुछ सीख रहा नहीं था उन्हें from the mistakes that he's been made in the last two Test match. So it's been a very poor show. I think South Africa, like we've been talking, need a revamping right now. They need a restructuring of the team. They need to get a bit more balanced squad. I think there are a lot of inexperienced candidates here as well. And yeah, I think South Africa has just been a very poor team to watch right now.
Yeah, and whoever has joined us, thank you so much for joining. Send in your comments and questions. We'll take them, and make sure you like and subscribe. And Fez, the Pakistan-New Zealand match is alive now.
Life ऐसा फूक जिंदगी फूक दे उसमें कोई. I think उन्हें पूरे कल अपन जो we're just being rewarded. भाई अपने को सबको एक शाबाशी दे खुदा के, भाई तुम लोग कल मैच देखे ना, आज ये ले बोल के. I mean first session again सिर्फ बैटिंग ही थी. There was only batting from New Zealand. Again मैं समझा रहे यार, New Zealand भी सुला दे रही. But then second session में काफी ज्यादा ड्रामा हुआ. Abrar Ahmed's one-handed superb left-handed catch, beautiful to dismiss Tom Latham. That was a very good catch. Then थोड़े बहुत reviews आए बीच में काफी, एहसान रजा भाई को TV Empire director, तो थोड़े बहुत बार सुनना पड़ेगा. TV Empire, I'm confirmed with my decision. So yeah, it was good to see a lot of drama in the second session. But yeah, I was happy once like Southeast said, "Aajao bhai, aajao." बस इतना I think 314 is the highest chase in Karachi. I think that's why he just wanted to add 4 more runs to be safe. But yeah, 2 wickets. आज कप्तानी अच्छी थी हमारा. टुवर्ड्स एंड कप्तानी बोल सकते हैं.
कैसा था फील्ड कैसा था लास्ट 3 ओवर्स में?
ये बोल तो मेरे ये बोल तो अंदर घुसाओ. अंदर घुसाओ भाई, अंदर घुसाओ. बहुत मजा आया मेरे को. तो एंड में जिया हमजा को भेजने की जरूरत थी. I don't get these moves, man. I don't get these moves, honestly.
जरूरत थी because अब उन्हें आउट हो गया, you protect Babar and like whoever else was coming in to bat, South Shakil and this guy.
यार 4 बॉल खेलने के लिए नाइट वॉचमैन, बट नाइट वॉचमैन का हमेशा ये है कि now it's added pressure, right?
मगर उन्हें आउट हो तो बैट्समैन नहीं आएगा, राइट? खत्म गेम, खत्म दिन, खत्म. आप वापस जाओ अपने घरों को. जरूरत थी, लेकिन he couldn't do the job, and it was a very similar delivery to in the first innings where he got him. That leg spinner through the gate, man. But talk to me about that Tim Southee delivery. It wasn't the natural outswinger that he bowls. थोड़ा सा कटर मार दिया ना, मेरे को ऐसा दिखा.
But it also stayed low. Like you see, Abdullah Shafiq को समझ में नहीं आया bounce. So I think
Abdullah Shafiq, the commentators also saying, I think Uruj was saying that his bat thing lift goes from second slip, and then there's a gap. It goes towards mid on. So
Mid
that
on, yeah.
gap was exploited from Tim Sadhi. A very
One
subtle variation, man. Really good
Yeah,
delivery.
one thing Simon Don pointed out rightly in the match was that in the last when they came out after tea, I think tea ke baad third session के drinks break के बाद they started hitting. वहां जाके आप started hitting कहीं को करेक्ट 5 overs पहले अगर आप ये टेक्निक शुरू कर देते of smashing and getting runs on the board when like I think who was it that got out after that? I think Bracewell or Blundell. After Blundell got out, they started hitting. भाई आप 5 ओवर पहले अगर शुरू कर देते 319 320 अगर आप टारगेट करते जल्दी जल्दी लाके मार ले सकते थे. You must have reached 350 by now. And then आप लाके 15 ओवर तो भी खेलते इतना इंटरेस्टिंग मैच हो जाता था यार. 15 ओवर अगर आगे रहते थे.
But I think you have enough time to bowl them out now. There's a result possible. There's three results possible still. Whether Pakistan will go for it, I don't know. Lekin if suppose 2 wicket nahi gire aaj, 300 in a day is possible. So Pakistan, the way he set that declaration, तीनों results possible hai. Now the 2 wicket chale gaye, pressure hai Pakistan pe. Babar will have to play a long innings. Then Sarfaraz has to contribute once again. Imamullah, Saud, Shakil, these guys have to step it up. And this is the time. Red pressure situation.
This is the time. I just hope like Imamul Haq doesn't come down the ground and start hitting, man. These guys have to control their nerves. They don't have to get aggressive for no reason. I think there is no reason for them to come down the track.
Would you like them to go for the target, or first 2 hours just block it out?
No, I would want them to go for the target, but knowing what they're going to plan, I think only Shan Masood will be one of those people who will try to actually go and hit out of his way. Apart from that, भाई 2 wicket चले गए already, तो अभी तो फट के चिंदिया है बाबर भाई की. तो बाबर भाई अब क्या काउंटर प्लान करने वाले, I don't know. Yes,
Thank you
sir.
so
Welcome
much
to the stream.
for your comments. Welcome. To
I am. By the way, technically, I am actually reading the community thing right now. I was just doing that just before this start of the show. But yeah, hopefully for the India match, I'll post something on the community thing.
Sarfaraz keeping was poor again. Yes, it was poor. There was a catch and slip also at T. I think it was Salman Agha who dropped it. That was very quick, but still, those normally you expect them to stick. Maybe he should.
Yeah, there was one review also. They looked to Sarfaraz where Sarfaraz didn't respond, like he didn't understand क्या करना, and वो I think out हो गया था. It was Tom Latham का किसका की review हुआ था कि they didn't have enough reviews and they already had got 2 reviews like lost, and then it ultimately there was an edge. I think it was for Tom Latham or one of the batsmen. But yeah, Sarfaraz didn't look like he was very interested in it, but it turned out to be out. And then I think stumping chance we missed Sarfaraz towards the end of the session, which was ultimately the last ball for New Zealand's innings. So yeah, Sarfaraz has been poor, but again, I don't think you still can take him out because of his batting. He's been batting phenomenally, and the time where Pakistan need him the most, उन्हें खड़ा होता रहा.
सिराज की पेस कम थी जब भी नोकिया से गुड बॉलिंग करी थी ऑस्ट्रेलिया में. द थिंग इज सिराज को सपोर्ट भी अच्छा मिला, राइट? लाइक पहले बुमराह उन लोग थे, फिर उन लोग इंजर बाद नटराजन और who was the other bowler within, they're all bowling well. फिर अश्विन आके टाइट डाल रहा था. अश्विन wasn't bowling like Maharaj, like those full tosses and everything. Washington Sundar bowled really well. So pressure दूसरे end से भी मिल रहा था. And then when you talk about Siraj, yes, कम थी compared to Nokia, but they came with set plans. Smith, Labuschagne, the field placements, तो उसमें captaincy भी involved है, हर चीज involved है, and he executed the plans really well. But it's a team effort. The way Rahane stacked that leg side field, Elgar से वो नहीं दिख रहा. Like Ibrahim Bhai said a simple thing that he bowled the bowlers from the wrong end. So that is just your basic captaincy. You have to get that right. At least bowl your bowlers from the correct ends. That also plays a part into performances. Nokia देखो, like वो pace आप देखो unplayable है, मगर आप दूसरे end से shot डाल रहे हैं, वो डाल रहे हैं, जो वो pressure अगर नहीं पड़ रहा दूसरे end से, तो फिर स्मिथ वहां पे block करेंगे, यहाँ आके मारेंगा, वही तो होगा, right? Right, Faiz? You're looking solid, by the way.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Thakil. Thank you, sir. I think Seamers played crucial overs. Yeah, I mean, even the Seamers didn't play that crucial. I mean, if we're talking about the South Africa and Australia
game.
India game, अच्छा मैं वही समझ रहा हूँ. तो yeah, India game, yeah, it will be crucial. We will get to that initially.
But yeah. Toss का boss.
But आप लोग, I want to know if everyone saw this BPL match, man. आज का जो Adelaide Strikers का match था भाई, 224, 229. Yeah, chase कर दे यार वो. That was something. Adelaide बोला ये घर हमारा है, हमला जेकान से करे ये घर के.
राशिद भाई का लास्ट गेम था.
किसका?
राशिद भाई का लास्ट गेम.
राशिद भाई का लास्ट गेम था. अब इधर आने वाले, यहाँ पे आके जरा जमने वाले दुबई में.
Matthew shot 159 deliveries, chasing 230. He also picked up a wicket. I think no prizes for guessing that he was the man of the match. क्या खेला यार, like in the beginning first few overs there was a few dot balls and stuff, but Lynn's innings that
Yeah,
accelerated, that
that
gave Adelaide
accelerated it.
the momentum कि भाई हम जा सकते हैं score के लिए. And then
Yes.
Adam Hose came in. He also played his part, but it was Matthew Short. The way he batted, incredible. And Fahim Ashraf last over. Your thoughts? How did?
Yeah, I was remembering it the whole time. भाई फहीम अशरफ को क्या like फहीम अशरफ ये है अब फहीम अशरफ expose हो
By
रहा है
then,
अब.
last
Who
over, last
bowled full
over.
toss भाई? He bowled 2 3 full tosses in that last में. बोला ये क्या वो हो गया भाई? इसको पिच नहीं
Fahim
दिख
भाई
रही
नो
क्या
बॉल
हो
पे
गया?
डाल के.
फहीम भाई क्या पता. क्या पता कुछ भी हो सकता है भाई फहीम
Zach
भाई.
Crawley T20 भी खेलता
Yeah,
है. हाँ,
50
तो
बेहतरीन
अच्छा
खेला.
खेला उन्हें. Zach Crawley played really well. वो partnership
He's
Tim
trying to
David.
get into the T20 team, man. I think he want next level चल रहा है Zach Crawley भी.
I mean,
But yeah,
Hobart के लिए
अच्छा.
Tim David और Zach Crawley का partnership जबरदस्त था. It got them to that score. Also, Tim David picked up a wicket. I felt he could have bowled maybe a bit more, but he whatever contribution he had in the match was really good. Like in the last couple of overs were very poor, especially Fahim Ashraf. Man, I don't know what he was doing.
Oh my
Initially,
God.
Chris Lynn got the better of him, and then after that, it was
There was 32 runs required of 15 balls, and then उन्हें क्या कि छक्के मारे, and then he got it to 12 of 1 over, man. That was something next level.
Yeah, it was incredible batting. It was a really good match to watch, and yeah, it's sad to see that like honestly we love watching cricket, but there's going to be 3 leagues now going on in January. All the
Yeah.
players will be split, so I don't know if Big Bash will have the same charm, whether the SAT20 will have the same charm or Dubai, because you will watch probably all 3 leagues and see different players and whatever. Like they're split across, so I don't know how that's going to work. Maybe it's good for overall because it gives domestic players a chance. The local players in UAE, the local players in Australia and South Africa, they'll be able to rub shoulders with some foreign greats, but पूरा मिलके नहीं है जैसा IPL में
But
रहता है,
अभी
right?
हाँ अब यही है ना कि this is what is going to increase the viewership in IPL. क्योंकि IPL में सब मिलके आ जाएंगे. I think इतना, and if there's consistent performances across these 3 domestic formats, and then सब मिलके एक IPL में transformer के जैसा इतना बड़ा बन जाएंगे पूरा. So IPL will be very good to watch अगर they all are in fine form. तो मजा तो आने वाला है hopefully.
Yeah, let's go into fresh off the press because the toss is coming up. We'll give that in that section, and if there's any other news, we'll discuss that. Marcus Stoinis has joined the UAE T20 League. He's going to be playing with the Sharjah Warriors, if I'm not mistaken, alongside Captain Moin Ali. So that looks like a very strong team already. So he's going over there. दूसरी खबर ये है कि Samson, I think Ibrahim bhai mentioned it, or someone in the comments mentioned it yesterday, कि he's going to miss the series. He's ruled out. So most likely we'll see Tripathi play. We'll find out very soon.
He got his cap. Justin, he got his cap. I think he is going to be debuting today, and yeah, I think someone had made a prayer on the comments. थोड़े कल या परसों किसी ने दुआ करी थी कि please I want to see Rahul Tripathi in an Indian cap, and this is your chance, sir. I think it was Anshul bhai or someone else. I'm not sure who it was.
Rahul Tripathi is in the building. He's going to be playing. I'm excited. He's Sunriser. He's been really good in the IPL. And also, Jitesh Sharma is the replacement for Samson. First, how do you look at this? Because he's been rewarded for IPL with Gujarat, but also said Mustaq Ali Trophy. So India is going on a different route. They're not just going for all format players. They're looking at specific T20 specialists, like what England have done in the past. So how do you look at this kind of move that you're bringing someone like a Jitesh who can keep also? So he's a like for like replacement. He's not somebody who's played before for India, and he's a T20 specialist.
So I think now the way I'm looking at it, it's a very good move because see it is first of all it's exact replacement. Sanju Samson जैसा player है वैसे ही player मिल गया. But second, it's also on recency as well as overall form. It's not just कि भाई he's played a few IPL matches, few good performances and stuff. This is consistent cricket, right? This is not in just one format. We've seen him T20. He's played across India. He's got his runs. And obviously the wicket keeping factor is also there. But yeah, it's a very good way to look at it, and I'm pretty sure that hopefully he can make something of this opportunity that he's got. But yeah, Sanju के लिए थोड़ा बुरा भी लग रहा है यार, because बेचारे को इतना opportunity and again injury हो गई. So yeah, it's just some shame, but yeah, it's good the way India's approaches. I'm really liking it. It looks like they're going to give a lot of opportunities, but a fair assessment of how it's
Yeah,
done.
rewarding domestic players, especially young players who played well in T20s, not just the IPL, but Saeed Mustaq Ali and T20 tournaments, in India as well. Jitesh Sharma plays for Punjab in IPL, and yes, he did well for Punjab. His domestic form has been good as
Yeah.
well. Exactly, he's been rewarded for that. He's been picked based on that. They could have gone somewhere else. KL Rahul ko bhi वापस ला ले सकते थे. They could have done different things, but I think it's good that they're going this way. They're rewarding young talent, the people who have performed consistently, and he was impressive in the IPL. But more than that, the consistency he's shown in the Saeed Mustaq Ali, I think that's what roped him in, and it's good to see that. I think it's a very good sign for Indian cricket that you're going in that direction. You're backing youngsters. You're not going through like players who've already played. You're testing out new players, giving them a challenge. He might not play this series, but at least there he's in the squad. He's
Hope.
rubbing shoulders with the likes of Hardik Pandya. He's going to be being facing Umran Malik in the nets, and he'll get that exposure, Jitesh. So I think it's a very good sign in that way. India have won the toss and elect to bowl first. Mr. Faiz Ali Taha. Hardik Pandya
Nice.
uh, says today he's not challenging the team. Today he wants to protect against the dew. क्या यार उन्हें खाली डिस्कोर्स चेंज करते रहता. He wants to
but
protect
he
his against the dew. Bolo.
But he is the captain and he knows what he's doing. I think it's a good call bowling first on this pitch. I know it's usually a flat pitch, but agar moisture या dew रहा pitch पे तो it could grip and Umran Malik could really make use of that. तो मजा आने वाला है देखने में कि अगर this works out. I think पहले मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है कि we'll get quick wickets and then probably like the Dasun Chanaka kind of a partnership will build in the middle. But yeah, in
Yeah,
the initial
if
yeah,
there's
go
grass
ahead.
on the pitch, then definitely India's opening bowlers will definitely make some inroads over there.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, it's a good call. अब chase करना थोड़ा ये pitch पे it's not going to be that hard. It's a pretty even contest in between of like first batting and second batting, so it's not a lot of difference. So yeah, fair enough, good call. Moisture
Two
के हिसाब
changes for India. Tripathi in for Samson, and Arshdeep is back in for Mr. Harshal Patel. So they're going with Shivam Mavi. So one match changes everything, bro. One match for Mavi, I'm saying. I mean, Harshal Patel has been poor in the even in the last series when he played. Lekin for Shivam Mavi, that because he picked up those wickets, he's still in the team, and he will also contribute. He can contribute with the bat. So they feel that what Harshal Patel can do, he can also do with the bat. And Arshdeep gives you the death overs. He's back. He's been a really good find for India in the last year or so. He's played in high pressure games already now in his career, early on in his career. So they're backing him. And, let's see that Umran Malik, Arshdeep, Mavi combination hopefully does good for India. Who do you think will replace Pant in the test side? Kishan,
Chan.
Bharat, we discussed this yesterday. Faiz saying Ishan Kishan. For me, I don't know, man. They might go Saha Bharat route. They might, just because you need a in Indian conditions, you need a keeper who can probably get your stumpings, take those catches, be athletic. With Saha, then you're gonna go back. He's already
That
plus
is
30.
the thing, yeah. He's gonna go back to the olden days for conventional. I think it will be Ishan Kishan because अगर अपन अभी temperament देख रहे हैं Indian camp का like for like player देख रहे हैं, and Ishan Kishan is somewhat like an Rishabh Pant, not exactly, probably not that explosive, but he can be like that. He can
What do
change the
you do?
game on his.
What do you do if Ishan Kishan first two games he fails? What do you do? Because he
Back him,
hasn't played red ball cricket for India, though.
back him because it's an experience thing, right? This is where
And
he'll
he
gain
drops
experience.
catches, drops this.
But
What do
he's
you
a
do?
very good keeper. अभी तो see now if you're gonna give me हर चीज अगर उन्हें कहेंगे, but yeah, it is a
Because
learning curve.
why I'm saying this, because it's a huge series. It's not like you're playing against a weaker team. You're playing against the best team in the world right now in Test
If
cricket.
I'm
That's why
going,
I'm saying. I
if I'm
wouldn't
going,
question you. I wouldn't question you otherwise, because the context of the series, WTC on the line. Would you play a youngster like that?
yeah, I would, because see the youngster has been proving himself consistently. He has been showing maturity in a lot of places. He just got a double hundred. He's in a wide ball game. I know again, but it shows that he has the experience and maturity. Shot selection is very good. He doesn't make abrasive decisions, pagal decisions. नहीं बनाता उन्हें. He's a very safe pair of hands as well. We've seen him keep. He's one of the most, in a very short span of time, he became one of the most credible players in the IPL. So I mean, I know these are all not in relevance to a Test cricket form, but I think it is enough to sort of give him a chance. Because if you're going back with Saha, obviously there are, again, that's like an older generation. Maybe KS Bharat is a good shot, but I don't know उन्हें recency में कितना अच्छा करा and overall उसका क्या situation है.
And Tripathi तीन पे आएंगे या चार पे? अंशु
तीन
भाई
तीन
साहब?
I think teen. No,
Yeah, for
actually,
Sunrisers,
yeah.
he plays at three for Sunrisers. He bats
बट
good
यार
three.
सूर्या कुमार के मोड पे है, सूर्या कुमार अगर 3 पे खेलना चाह रहा तो कोई नहीं कर
I
सकता.
would like to see Tripathi at three, Surya at four, because Surya at four has been outstanding. He scored his runs there. Yeah, you would say कि भाई उसको ज़्यादा balls है तो और मारेंगे उन्हें, लेकिन he's set over there. Give Tripathi three. He bats three in the IPL, so he's used to that. Mavi and Arshal both should get whole series in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Mavi Harshal has already been pit out a lot of times. I think he's not learning from his mistakes. He's making the same mistakes. Very slower predicted ball. Maybe that is the reason. But yeah, I would agree with Chirag bhai, and Mustafa also said the same thing a few days ago. कि भाई he should get the thing because आप लंबी रस्सी देने का promise करे तो फिर दो आप लंबी रस्सी.
नहीं, मगर प्रॉब्लम ये फिर अर्शदीप को बिठाना पड़ता और फिर या तो मफी को बिठाना पड़ता. मफी 4 विकेट ले लिया, अर्शदीप इंजर्ड था, उसकी कसूर नहीं था, इंजर हुआ तो लाइक इट बिकम्स कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. If the performances were switched in the first T20, if it was Harshal who took 4 wickets and Mavi got smashed, like, ulta rehta tha, Mavi would have sat down. So like the thing is that injury from Arshdeep confused things, and that lambi rasi and everything has become confused because of Arshdeep not playing that first T20. Because if you look at that first T20, Arshdeep was a guarantee, and Harshal would have been your third seamer. So now they just bases on the first performance, they have to get Arshdeep back. They want to get Arshdeep back, and the guy who performed the worst out of them, they took him out. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's okay. Would take Ishan over Bharat because there's no left-hander till 7. That's a fair point. Unless you open with Isar one instead of KL Rahul. If you do that, then I think Bharat will play and Kishan will be backup, as Bharat has been with the test side for a while now as Pant backup. Yeah, and he's whatever I've seen with Bharat, especially in subcontinent conditions, he's kept really well. Against Ashwin, he's been very impressive. I mean, while Ashwin is bowling, he's been very impressive behind the stumps with Jadeja as well. I would like to see Huda at 3 and Tripathi at 5. Look, Huda, we've seen him. He's played like a finisher in the last game. He can be much more flexible. For Tripathi, he's batting one down. He is a one down player. We've seen also bat at 6, 7 for the Pune Super Rising Giants before. Lekin for me, I think someone like a Tripathi should be either opening or one down, and Surya Kumar at 4. You can still push Tripathi to 4, but 5 will be too much, I feel. I think Huda can play the finisher. I don't know how Tripathi will do as a finisher. I think that's just a matter of opinion. It's just a matter of opinion. You're
This
also
is the
not
team,
wrong.
I think. Down Mustafa. It's coming down the team.
Okay, that's your team. Hardik Pandya is the captain. So Washington Sundar not getting a game till now. They're sticking with Chahal and Akshar Patel as your spinners. Your thoughts on that?
Washington Sundar not getting a chance. Well, yeah, rightfully. I mean, Abhi to Akshar Patel has performed, and I think the only thing is Chahal ko they want to try it one more time. Probably Chahal is getting that's why he's getting that advantage over a Washington Sundar probably. And yeah, there's no other reason that they're not sort of going with any other option because Akshar Patel was solid. How are you going to replace him, man? And yeah, Chahal probably one last shot maybe. After that, I don't feel he should. I don't think he deserves the whole series if he bowls like he did last match.
Yeah, because I think there'll be a lot of pressure on Chahal the way he performs today. There'll be a key eye on him because there's other people fighting for that spot. Even if you look at Kuldeep and Bishnu, who are not in the squad right now, they will be putting their hand up for the next series if someone like a Chahal doesn't pick up wickets. If he's expensive again, then there'll be pressure on him. But he's an experienced bowler. Hopefully he does pick up wickets. Hopefully he works his charm. There's not going to be as much due because they're bowling first, so that gives him an advantage. फिर देखेंगे कैसा performance रहेगा. Harshal Patel still did better than Chahal and contributes in batting. Fair enough. Fair enough. He does contribute in batting, but like फिर आप 4 सीमर तो नहीं खिलाएंगे, right? आप like 3 सीमर खिलाएंगे. इंडियन कंडीशंस में आपको 2 स्पिनर 3 सीमर होना, तो इस वजह से चाहल को ड्रॉप करेंगे तो सुंदर के लिए करेंगे, मगर आपको शायद लेग स्पिनर का ऑप्शन होना विकेट्स लेने के लिए. एंड देयर वाज क्वेश्चंस कि चाहल को क्यों नहीं खिलाया T20 वर्ल्ड कप में. अब उसका मौका है ये सीरीज परफॉर्म करने के लिए, टू कीप हिज प्लेस. अगर नहीं है, लाइक आई सेड, आपके पास दूसरे ऑप्शंस रहेंगे फिर दूसरे सीरीज के लिए. ताहिर कुमारा शुड बी in the playing 11 for Sri
Yeah.
Lanka, especially in Pune pitch. I agree.
Yeah, I don't know why that also like I was surprised and I said the only change I would see was Lahiru Kumara for Kasurachita. But yeah, I don't see that happening right now. So it's weird, but I think he's injured maybe, so not sure what's happening there.
MS Dhoni and Rising Pune used Tripathi at 7-8 when they played for Rising Pune, and Tripathi did well as finisher. And that was the beginning, like, when Tripathi was getting into the zone. But then I just feel that now, in recent times, the way he's batted, even in the IPL for Sunrisers, if you look at for KKR, he's been in the top order and he's done so well in the top order. It goes to show that, like, he is flexible. You can, if he doesn't work at three, then you can try him and swap him with Huda. But I think just the way Tripathi bats, like, he has a really good bat flow. Timing is so good. I think he can make the most of the power play. He can counter attack as well if early wickets go. So I just like him at three. But yeah, fair enough. He is someone who can finish if needed.
Yeah,
Faiz, do you
100%.
think you would stick with Huda as the finisher, or would you like to see Tripathi down the order?
No, I think Huda is the finisher because he has quite a lot of more experience than Tripathi in these kind of situations. And considering the fact that Tripathi is like he can be utilized in any spot, any like you can push him to a three. But I after our last match, yeah, he's won my heart with that position. I think.
Puja. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's the thing. You can still float them, and that's the positive thing, right? For these kind of batsmen, कि आप finisher भी खिला सकते हो, वो भी खिला सकते हो. You have that option. अगर नहीं चले तो आप rotate कर सकते हो. You don't have to straightforward drop them. You can
yeah.
rotate their positions if required. But for now, I think that should be the batting order. You mentioned Fez. I mentioned Ishan Kishan. He's my fantasy pick for today. Hopefully he gets to a good start with the bat, but. His partner Shubman Gill, there will be questions about him because there's Gaikwad waiting in the wings. There's a lot of openers in Indian T20 cricket waiting in the wings. So Shubman Gill, would you like to see something more from him, more consistency and a good strike rate?
Yeah, 100% from Shubman Gill. I do have expectations. I know he's technically gifted and he knows how to find those gaps in the early hours of the power play. He is a very quality player, just not hitting the right shots at the right time. Apan ka last match, maybe dekho he played across the line. He got out like unnecessarily. It was some ball that he had to play. He could just have just defended it maybe, but he went across the line and got LBW, right? So for Shubman Gill, for Yuzvendra Chahal, these guys are the two people that I'll be watching very closely because obviously this is like one last shot at least that should be given to them. Ideally for Shubman, you could probably go one more step and say, "Chalo bhai, ek aur match de do." But for Chahal, I think it's been a long time yet. Uh, with also the drama and with the Kuldeep scene and with Washington Sundar being very consistent in their performances but being dropped. So I think it's a very very big gamble for a player like Chahal that the Indian team is taking. But yeah, he has to really bank that out. And I think Shubman Gill, I feel आज अच्छा करेगा. I have a good feeling about Shubman Gill.
Yeah, Hardik should try some Huda because team wants part-time bowler, especially in ODIs and T20s. बिल्कुल हम ये
Yeah.
बात भी कर रहे थे, डिस्कस कर रहे थे कि हुदा को मिलना चाहिए. उन्हें पावर प्ले में भी डाल सकता है, मिडिल ओवर्स में डाल सकता है. And Hardik Pandya mentioned in his press conference that he will back Huda the bowler as well. So at least 2-3 over देखना चाहिए उससे. Like ये series में in this match, hopefully he gets a couple of overs. I would like to see him, especially if a left-hander comes in, get in Huda and see what he does. I'm looking forward to that. I feel that कि भाई हुदा को chance होना चाहिए. Faiz, there's something I forgot to mention yesterday during the game, the South Africa versus Australia match. Batting chal rahi thi, and then suddenly there was a break, and Labuschagne pointed to the dressing room, and he kept doing this, and the commentators were confused. What is he doing? What is he doing? And then he started doing this. They're like, what the hell? Is he asking for a cigarette? What the hell? Everyone was confused. And then he kept doing this. वो क्या हो गया उसको सुट्टा होना मैच के बीच में मतलब पिच के साथ सबके सामने ग्राउंड पे सुट्टा पीने वाला है क्या होने वाला है तो आया लाइटर सिगरेट नहीं आया सिगरेट के बिना लाइटर आया उन्होंने ले लिया लाइटर और फिर हेलमेट पे कुछ कर रहे थे लाइटर के साथ आई डोंट
रिस्की
नो
था
व्हाट वाज
वेल्डिंग का काम कर रहा था क्या वेल्डिंग का काम कर रहा था
ये क्या हो गया the funniest thing is when the signal went from this to this I'm like ये क्या हो गया भाई even Gilchrist like oh I think he needs a bit of a breather बोल के ऐसा कुछ बोल रहा it was funny stuff if you haven't seen it I'm sure internet पे है वो watch that it's a lot of fun Gil might be next series as well, but Chahal
Yeah.
has been failing and his duty is to do. Yeah, Faizman, come on, you always say you have to back the players. ये वो तुम गिल को बिठा दे रहे एक सीरीज के बाद
मैंने बिठाया यार मैं बोला गिल को ये सीरीज भी ये मैच भी दे सकते हैं अगला मैच भी दे सकते हैं बट चाहल को नहीं दे सकते बिकॉज चाहल मेरे लिए हैज बीन कंसिस्टेंटली फेलिंग जैसे गिल का अगर अपन देख रहे हैं टेस्ट मैच में भी 100 मारा ही वाज वेरी अमेजिंग इन द टेस्ट सीरीज एज वेल ऑब्वियसली ही डिड गेट आउट ऑन स्टूपिड बॉल्स एज वेल बट ही यू कैन still see कि भाई he has quality in him right and apart from him who is there KL Rahul is there who's injured like who's not going to be there and Rohit Sharma is there So Gill has a good shout, but when you have Chahal and you see Kuldeep Yadav and you see Washington Sundar and you see these guys sitting, then you start questioning the team, right? I mean, if Gill is going to play, there's not going to be a lot of Savala, but if Chahal keeps playing like how he's playing, then there's going to be Hazar Savala.
I know
That
this
is
is
the
never
thing.
going to happen right now, but you know what I would love to see? Tripathi and Ishan Kishan open and Gill at one down. I just like Gill middle order. It's not about Tripathi opening. It's you can put anyone there, but for
Yeah,
me, I
today, right?
want Gill in the middle order. No, anytime. I just like to see in every format Gill in the middle order. I don't want to see him open the batting. I just feel he's someone because in that under 19 World Cup where he had his best, I know that's under 19, but where he made his mark is was in that
Yeah,
number 3 slot, and of course he's not going to get that because Virat Kohli has been occupying that spot. But now that in the T20 format there is a vacancy, they put him in the middle order and see. I want to see how he plays against Spain, how he attacks. And another thing I would like to see, even if he's opening, which he will be, I would like to see his strike rate go up. I don't mind if Shubman gets out for
yeah.
30 if he scores it in 15 deliveries. Like Ishan Kishan, I had no problem with his innings last time because he didn't waste time. With Shubman Gill, again, if he gets out early, fine, but score quick runs. If he scores
Yeah.
50 or
No,
45, I don't want that from him.
I think that's why I would like to see him at number three as well. I think I would like to see him. I know you don't need an anchor role in T20 per se, but someone who could stand there at least. I mean, in the last match, if you see Ishan Kishan played 37, he got good runs, and then we saw Hardik Pandya hitting 2, 3 fours or 29. But there was no one who stood there solid, right? Everyone keep getting out, which you don't mind,
Which
obviously.
I
At least
don't
they're
mind.
making
Yeah,
runs.
which I don't
Yeah,
mind.
at least they're making it. But I am one of those who likes someone who's sticking there and building a partnership. मैं थोड़ा बहुत conventional बोल सकते हैं उसको, but yeah, कोई तो रहा, अरे भाई नहीं तो है ना अभी ऐसा रहता, because कोई ना कोई आ रहे कोई ना कोई जा रहे, that could also sort of scare the situation. So I mean, every match you can't
I,
expect
I
Akshar or
agree
someone to come
inherently,
and
but
save you.
T20, I used to agree to that point until this World Cup. I said, भाई जरूरत ही नहीं है 20 ओवर है खाली जाओ अगर हार गए तो हार गए but मारो सब मारो. Gaikwad for Samson or Tripathi, they've already announced a team punter. It's Tripathi is in for Samson. He is in the team. He's got his cap and he will be playing today in place of Sanju Samson. So it's Rahul Tripathi there, getting a shot at Indian cricket. Again, it's Indian international cricket. There will be pressure on him. Don't expect to go crazy. If he does, that's amazing. If he doesn't, continue to back him. Aisa nako bolo bhai nikal do ye karo. Like same thing. If Jitesh Sharma gets a chance, you have to back him also. These guys, haven't played regularly for India, so it's a different ball game compared to the IPL. Punt racing
Yeah, and
finally.
it'll be, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Kalin भैया टीम में.
Yeah, Tripathi ji. Though I'm saying if like it'll be interesting to see, कि शिवम मावी के जितने भी अपन ना बोल रहे थे कि भाई he doesn't have a lot of variations in him and stuff like that. And again with the space that he's providing, how is he going to perform today? तो अच्छा मजा आने वाला है अगर शिवम मावी again pulls out a consistent performance, then you cannot doubt this guy's talent. I mean, we're not doubting it here, but last time there was सवाल ना कि भाई अरे शिवम मावी को मारने को गए and sort of out हो गए श्रीलंकन. So let's see how they tackle शिवम
चांद
मावी
देख
this
के
time.
चांद देख के बॉलिंग करेगा मेरा भाई आज.
It's crisscross.
चिचोरे चिचोरे घोड़ा चलाता है भाई टेंशन नको लो बोल रहे पंटर. सुंदर भाई बस कुछ बोलना है तुम्हारे को बाद में बोलूंगा.
सुंदर को
सुंदर
एक सीरीज खिलाते हैं एक सीरीज में नहीं ऐसा क्या आ गया कैसा आ गया ऐसा
देखो
कैसा आएगा
प्रॉब्लम
कॉन्फिडेंस या
प्रॉब्लम ये भी है सुंदर का फिटनेस का भी इशू है भाई. अगर आई डोंट ब्लेम इट ऑल ऑन द मैनेजमेंट. आई एम अ ह्यूज वॉशिंगटन सुंदर फैन. ही इज अ सनराइजर प्लेयर. व्हाट ही डिड एट द गैबा वाज इनसेन. आई लव दैट गाय बट ही इज पार्टली टू ब्लेम एट टाइम्स आल्सो फॉर कंसिस्टेंसी. उन्हें जब भी आता इंजर हो जाता कंसिस्टेंट रन ऑफ गेम्स नहीं मिल रहे उसको. नॉट ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ द मैनेजमेंट. 50% ऑफ द टाइम ही इज नॉट फिट इनफ फॉर अ सीरीज. नाउ ही इज फिट ओके ठीक है लेकिन अभी अक्षर पटेल आपका खेल रहा है. आपको एक लेग स्पिनर चाहिए इसलिए आप ये रोल के साथ जा रहे हो. यू कुड completely I agree if you say that Chahal is not in form निकालो बट आपके पास लेग स्पिनर चाहिए. लेग स्पिनर है नहीं स्क्वाड में इसलिए चाहल के साथ कंटिन्यू कर रहे हैं. अगर आप सुंदर अक्षर पटेल be two off spinners then you're going to the same route in the T20 World Cup and that didn't work. I know it's Ashwin. You probably back Washington Sundar to get more wickets than Ashwin just because he's younger, whatever it is, and he can he's a really good batsman. But that's the fact. You want to play in a certain system also where you want a leg spinner and off spinner. You want some variety in your attack, and that's the reason I feel. And don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Washington Sundar fan. I would love to see him. Who will be MVP from both teams in today's match? Hasaranga and Ishan Kishan. First, go.
Hasaranga Ishan Kishan. Okay, wait.
Oh, that's what I said. What are you saying?
I'm saying it will be one in, yeah, I'll not go one in. I'll go Mahesh Tikshana and no, actually I'll go with Shanaka, captain from Sri Lanka will be the MVP, and I'll go with Surya Kumar Yadav. Surya.
Sorry, can you hear me now? There's some lag in my screen.
Yeah, you said something. I don't know. गाली दिए क्या? फिर चले गए क्या? गालियां देके
No,
चले आ रहे हैं, हेलो म्यूट
वापस
पे गाली म्यूट पे गाली दे रहे क्या? But yeah, I feel it's going to be a Surya kind of a day, man. इंशाल्लाह सूर्या का अगर फ्लैट पिच रही, अगर मॉइस्चर नहीं रहा ज्यादा एंड कुछ ट्रिक्स नहीं हुआ तो फिर सूर्य कुमार यादव फोड़ दे के रखने वाले का आज. I think Sri Lanka will post 100. Power play will be 3-4-30. इब्राहिम भाई से क्या हुआ सर भाई क्या?
और भाई ये कमेंट पे सट्टा
उमर भाई तो सट्टेबाज हो रहे हो.
भाई
I think Sri Lanka, yeah.
फिर तुम्हारे को बहुत सुनने वाला है आज. You're going to hear a lot today, okay? You're going to get pounded on WhatsApp the whole day today. कोई उठने वाले है कनाडा टाइम से थोड़ी देर में और आपको खाली फैंटेसी टीम दिखाने वाले पूरा
हाँ
टाइम.
बोल दिए उन्होंने कल ही बोले हैरिकेन के बारे में. हैरिकेन के बारे में बोले थे.
तो बैंड बजने वाली है तुम्हारी आज. He's overtaken.
But yeah, what do you think about Ibrahim Bhai's prediction? I think it's 165, power play 3-4-30.
Remember is feeding off the first match. I'm saying Sri Lanka will score 200.
No, that's too much. That's too much. 150 power. I'm saying Sri Lanka will make a 170.
Last time बोले India 200 मारेंगे बोल के.
Yeah, अभी श्रीलंका की बात चल रही ना. So I think Sri Lanka will bat 170, 172. 172 and yeah, मेरे को early wickets predict.
अगर Rajapaksa चलिया धोएंगा उन्हें आज, Mr. Rajapaksa.
Yeah, same team. Good call from Chanaka. Not a lot of changes. But I'm just curious about Lahiro, man. What is Lahiro's problem?
Maybe he's a bit injured. It could be that because that could be one call because he's someone who had a really good LPL as well and they back him. Sri Lanka actually like playing him. Faiz bhai tension nakko Gevu Surya will be in the MVP for
Surya bhai.
But in this, who would bowl the death overs? Arshdeep and what's his name?
Pandya.
Probably they'll go. I would go Pandya, but they'll probably go Shivam Avi. If he wants to challenge, then Malik को भी डाल सकते.
Yeah, I think cricket पे कोई अभी लिखे थे कि Hardik is such a bluff master बोल के कि भाई he said that he wants to challenge the team and then you go and see these replacements and stuff. So yeah, it's just weird to see like such a contradicting statement.
The thing is, if Hardik is going to bowl 3 in the power play, then that gives you only 1 at that. You still need an extra over. You could, man, listen, Umran Malik, if he can nail those Yorkers, he's an excellent death bowler. The problem is that jab hard lengths marta, he can get a wicket like he did of Shanaka in the last game, but he can also get touched like over square leg for 6. Like, ऐसा खाली flick of the wrist. अगर उन्हें Yorker nail करा जैसा एक ball डाला था उन्हें Shanaka को wicket से पहले, अगर वो उन्हें consistently 4-5 डाल सकता है death में, then he's my death bowler along with Arshdeep. Because Yorker is key. अगर आपको scoop भी करे तो you continue. कितना scoop मारेंगे भाई वो pace पे? मुश्किल है. It's not easy. Yeah. And one more thing, if you can develop a very good slower ball, a well-disguised slower ball, whether it's a knuckle one or a cutter, that will add to his game. So he can be developed as a death overs thing. अब यही बोलते हैं कि अगर बैटिंग पिच है उमरान एक्सपेंसिव हो सकता बिकॉज दे कैन यूज हिज पेस स्पेशली कंट्रीज लाइक इंग्लैंड ऑस्ट्रेलिया दे लाइक प्लेइंग पेस तो इट कुड बी डेंजरस लेकिन नो वन लाइक्स दैट मच पेस अगर वो आप वो पेस पे अगर यॉर्कर नेल करेंगे तो फिर मुश्किल रहता कोई भी बैट्समैन
100% भाई कोई कितना मार के कितनी जल्दी आप नीचे आ सकते हैं पहले पैडल मारने वो भी है ना सीधा एलबी के चांसेस भी रहते तो इट्स हार्ड
उन्हें जो यॉर्कर्स नेल करा था गुजरात के अगेंस्ट भी और अय्यर को जो नेल करा था अगर उन्हें वैसा नेल करा देन ही कैन एटलीस्ट गिव हिम वन ओवर इन द डेथ एंड सी आई लाइक हिम इन द मिड ओवर्स आई वुड यूज हिम प्रोबब्ली one over in the power play and then 2 in the middle and 1 in the death. Maybe that's how I would like to use him. Why not try to groom him into a death bowler and see?
All about Pandya's back. If Pandya is fit, then I think Pandya will bowl. Let's see. Take captain's responsibility and
Shoaib Akhtar used to bowl in the death, right, Faiz?
Yeah. But उधर death कहाँ था like उसके टाइम पे तो उसकी डेथ हो गई थी
50 ओवर में he used to bowl in the death.
Yeah, he used to भाई लेकिन उन्हें उसका अलग एक रन अप कैसा था भाई अब तो दुबई में है because he's enjoying the warm weather. शोएब अख्तर भाई का अगर कोई वीडियो नहीं देखे तो जाके इंस्टाग्राम पे देखिए
तुम भी जा रहे बुर्ज खलीफा में जिम मारने
हम भी जा रहे But yeah, this is an interesting battle, Mustafa. Hasaranga versus Surya Kumar Yadav.
भाई विंटर है दुबई में कौन सा वार्म वेदर भाई हमारे लिए विंटर है Hasaranga versus Surya. Yeah man, look, that's a amazing battle. Probably the best bowler in T20s, best spinner you could say, versus the
Yeah.
best batsman in T20s. So you could like that's just an opinion again, but they've been really good this year. So last year, sorry. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that battle. It'll be a good. If it comes to that, Surya ये नहीं कि एक दो छक्के मार के आउट हो जाए. अगर ये हो गया
बिकॉज
तो
पिच अगर अपन देख रहे हैं मोस्टली यही बोले कि फ्लैट है इतना कुछ नहीं रहता पुणे के ट्रैक पे वी सीन आई थिंक 200 आल्सो फ्रॉम चेन्नई सुपर किंग्स यस आई थिंक फ्रॉम चेन्नई सुपर किंग्स बैक इन द डे वी सीन देम स्कोर अ 200 ऑन दिस ट्रैक सो आई थिंक है
seen a lot of
पॉसिबिलिटी बट
200s on this track.
या
There's also the Sri Lankan openers. They'll want to give the good start. The likes of Nisaka, Mendes, and then one guy I really like watching. I used to
चलिए तो
think
श्रीलंका
no, I used to think he's a bowler, more of a bowler, like because. But Dhananjaya, man,
या
he's coming on one down. I don't think he used to bat at one down until the Asia Cup. उसके जो shots रहते भाई ऐसा सीधा मारता उन्हें like straight bat. Like I've never seen a straighter bat and cover के through. He's a more offside player. He does have chinks in his armor. There are some weaknesses. Like, and I love watching him bat, bro. Especially I saw him in the Asia Cup final. There's a couple of balls he got out, but a couple of deliveries that he hit, I think of Haris Rauf or Naseem Shah. क्या लगा यार सीधा मारता उन्हें touch matlab aisa like it doesn't go for it extreme power or anything like that, so watch out for him. I like watching him bat, man. He's a good batsman to watch. So thoda sa like इतना वो दिखता उन्हें proper.
टेक्निक
Yeah,
but
technique.
yeah
Yeah, first give your
no
predictions. कितना है first innings में और second innings में?
first innings 172 and India to chase it down in the 19th over.
I think Sri Lanka will get 207 and India will chase it down on the last ball. Or Sri Lanka will win. I said Sri Lanka will win, right? So maybe on the last ball there'll be some mix-up. I want to see super over, man. I love super overs. So it's been
पावर प्ले के अंदर even I'm thinking like टेकी लिफ तीन विकेट चलाएंगे ऐसा लग रहा है श्रीलंका के
3 wickets चले जाए. हाँ यही है. अगर there's hint of grass and there is movement, the Indian bowlers will exploit that. Arshdeep is very good with the new ball. Also, don't forget I always talk about him as a death bowler, but he's very good with the new ball.
बाबर की विकेट लिया भाई फर्स्ट विकेट एवर उसकी बाबर की थी क्या बोल रहे भाई
बाबर का विकेट लिया था. कौन सा बाबर का? फर्स्ट
एशिया
विकेट
कप
नहीं थी वर्ल्ड का. नहीं,
मतलब
एशिया कप में भुवी लिया था बाबर का पहले गेम में. सेकंड गेम में बिश्नोई लिया था.
हर्षदीप
वर्ल्ड
का
कप में लिया था. वर्ल्ड कप में
वर्ल्ड
लिया
कप में हाँ वर्ल्ड कप में सॉरी एशिया कप
वर्ल्ड कप में बाबर का फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड कप विकेट might have been Babar. It could be
Yeah.
that first. तुम किधर से क्या बोलते रहे यार. But yeah, you're right. Sri Lanka 176, India chase in last over. Would you?
And this guy is
I
a proper predictor चिराग भाई last time
yeah,
also 161 डाल के रख दिए थे अपने को I see bulk of runs coming yeah मुस्तफा भाई को ब्रॉडकास्टिंग एडमिन एक्सेस दिया तो सभी मैच डाउन टू द वायर. हाँ मुस्तफा भाई को आप कुछ भी दे दो. मुस्तफा भाई ऑलवेज वांट्स टू सी ड्रामा इन एक्शन. बिग बॉस के जैसे देखना चाह रहे हो हर मैच को कुछ तो भी
मजा
मसाला
उसमें
रहना.
तो
या तो
दोनों
आप टेस्ट मैच एक दिन में भी खत्म करवा देते. मुस्तफा ऐसे है हमारे मुस्तफा भाई. ही लाइक्स टू सी इंटरेस्टिंग एंड समथिंग न्यू ऑलवेज.
अब मेरे को बोलो बेस्ट मैच कौन सा था T20 वर्ल्ड कप का?
इंडिया पाकिस्तान.
क्यों?
बिकॉज़ विराट कोहली था खेल रहा था तो.
It went down to the wire. That's why. 100,000 in the MCG, the balcony was shaking. That's why we want to
No,
see.
actually the best match was Zimbabwe Pakistan.
तो उल्टा बोल रहे हैं. अब फीफा वर्ल्ड कप पूछा तो बोलेंगे सऊदी अर्जेंटीना, मगर वो भी डाउन टू द वायर ही था. बट द बेस्ट मैच वाज द फीफा वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल. वो
You always want
drama,
penalties,
bro. You want to see drama always in life. टेस्ट मैच में भी सुपर ओवर आएगा मुस्तफा एडमिन है तो मेरा फेवरेट टेस्ट मैच रीसेंट टाइम्स में वो था बेन स्टोक्स वाली इनिंग. वाह क्या इनिंग थी. और ऋषभ पंत की भी लाइक वो भी मगर उसमें हालत खराब हो रही थी. के लिए जाओ ने निकल के मारते मैं परेशान हो गया. आउट हुआ तो हार जाते मैच बोल के. But I was more stressed out in that. But yeah, that was a really good game. And but you know what made me fall in love with Test cricket? There was 2 games. Of course, the Lakshman Dravid follow-on Fez and Andrew Flintoff series. The
Ashes.
Ashes, yeah. That wraps it up, man. The match is starting.
Hurry up. वही बोला था 1 minute to go.
तुम पूरा stream देखना चाह रहे. You want to stream for 3 hours. We will catch you guys after the game. Please join us and we'll remind us of your predictions and whoever got it right, we will आपकी तारीफ कर देंगे for now. And yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you guys after the game. Fast, I'm looking forward to seeing you as well. Enjoy the match and take care, guys. Catch you soon.